The atmosphere was electric in Williams-Brice on Saturday as the Gamecocks hoped to extend their winning streak over Clemson from 4 games to 5. Connor Shaw came into this game with a perfect record of 16-0 at home, and Jadeveon Clowney had mentioned earlier in the year that he does not know what it feels like to lose to Clemson, and he never will. Let's check out the highlights to see if the Gamecocks could come out on top in this monumental top 10 matchup. Before the game, players like Victor Hampton, Chaz Sutton, Kelsey Quarles, Jadeveon Clowney, and Connor Shaw were welcomed into Williams-Brice Stadium with a standing ovation to recognize playing their last game on their home field. After that, the Gamecocks had one goal on their mind: to finish the season undefeated at home by beating their biggest rival for the 5th time in a row. After Clemson quarterback Taj Boyd threw an early interception, the Gamecocks went to work on offense. Shaw finds Tamir Bird for a 14-yard gain. Shaw would cap off the first drive by stretching the ball out to the pylon for this 3-yard touchdown to give Carolina their first score of the game. On the next drive, Boyd connects with his favorite target, a wide-open Sammy Watkins, who avoids not one, not two, but 3 Gamecock defenders before going out of bounds with a 57-yard gain. Boyd responds as the Tigers get on the board with this 8-yard QB sneak to tie the game up at 7 with about 3 minutes left to go in the first. Carolina goes 3 and out on their next possession, but this muff punt by Adam Humphries gives the ball right back. Sky Moore recovers for Carolina on the 39-yard line. Just a minute later, Connor Shaw drops a dime to Shaq Rowland, who makes a difficult catch and keeps his feet inbounds in the end zone for the 9-yard touchdown. This will put Carolina up 14-7. None other than Jadeveon Clowney would get the crowd in the game, gets past the offensive line, and finds his way into the backfield for the 10-yard sack. A few possessions later, the Tigers would try to get on the board before the end of the half. Boyd checks the ball down to Rod McDowell, who finds some running room for the 28-yard gain. After a few plays, Clemson would get some points up with this 38-yard field goal by Chandler Catanzaro to end the half. Gamecocks go into the locker room with a 17-10 lead over the Tigers, and the fans can feel a win coming their way. The third quarter brought the Clemson offense to life. Marching down the field, Boyd connects with Martavius Bryant for 18 yards. McDowell would cap off their drive, diving into the end zone with a 4-yard touchdown, tying the game up at 17. The Wildcat was run very well by Carolina's offense all night. Pharoh Cooper drops back and looks down the field for Shaq Rowland, who almost comes down with this fantastic catch, but the refs call a pass interference. Mike Davis would punch the ball into the end zone from there to put the Gamecocks up 24-17. Davis only had 22 yards on the ground in this game, but definitely made his impact. Carolina won the turnover battle in this game. Boyd tries to sneak up the middle, but Chaz Sutton pokes the ball out and recovers it at the 30-yard line. Adam Humphries fields another punt, this time not muffing it, but fumbling it instead. Quentin Smith recovers the ball for the Gamecocks, putting the offense back to work. Here's that Wildcat offense again. Pharoh Cooper fakes on the play action and finds Brandon Wilds creeping behind the defense and running it into the end zone for the score. Gamecocks have a comfortable lead, 31-17 over the Tigers, late in the fourth quarter. Clemson would have a few more chances to get back in the game. Taj Boyd looking for a big gain, but Sky Moore will have none of that, picking the ball off on the first play of the drive. Carolina would run some time off the clock, but the Tigers would get the ball back. Taj Boyd, trying to make something happen, gets picked off yet again by TJ Holloman to ice the game, finishing the season undefeated at home and winning the Battle of the Palmetto State for the 5th year in a row. Clemson's offense committed 6 turnovers, and South Carolina's defensive line got into the backfield 5 times to sack Taj Boyd. But Connor Shaw also came up big in this game, winning his final home game and extending his winning streak to 17 games. Spurrier said after the game that Connor Shaw is the best quarterback to ever play at South Carolina.
Connor Shaw, oh man, best quarterback in school history. He was probably the difference maker completely for us. Running the ball, throwing the ball. He had a sensational game tonight.
I thought our offense played really well in the first half. Made some plays on third down to keep ourselves in the field. We had great time possession. And then hats off to Clemson in the second half. You know, they came out and schemed us up pretty good on defense. We just found a way to make plays when we needed them.
Man, I was very excited, you know. This is a great team and great coaching staff. And I was just great to be a part of. You know, I could have went anywhere in the country. I'm glad I chose to come to South Carolina, and it could have been the best decision of my life probably.
I'm proud of the boys, man. When we did give up big plays, we settled down and we didn't let them into the box. So that was one of the things we talked about all week is, you know, they on scholarship, how we on scholarship. They might get a big play, but how we going to respond. So I'm proud of how the boys responded.
That makes 5 wins in a row for the Gamecocks over Clemson. For Capital City Sports, I'm Jake Barber.